The one guy who you trust, you believe in.
Jamie Dimon, the near collapse of the banking industry, good for the J.P. Morgan chief, burnishing his reputation as a superhero CEO.
And we don't make huge bets.
Even though we're actually really smart, sometimes uniquely smart, we can also be incredibly dumb when it comes to some aspects of our decision making.
Lawmakers are taking a closer look at J.P. Morgan's staggering losses
But
as it shutters under Wall Street.
the
The nation's largest bank first estimated it lost about $2 billion on risky investment.
But it turns out what social scientists are actually learning is that most of us, when put in certain contexts, will actually make very specific mistakes. The errors we make are actually predictable, we make them again and again, and they're actually immune to lots of evidence. When we get negative feedback, we still, the next time we're faced with a certain context, tend to make the same errors.
Experts now say the losses could be closer to $7 billion.
What I'm most curious about is, how is a species that's as smart as we are capable of such bad and such consistent errors all
What
the
I
time?
intend to do here is that the hidden ground.
More volatile and less effective an economic hedge than we thought.
So this is the question my students and I want to get at. How can we tell the difference between possibility 1 and possibility 2? What we need is a population that's basically smart, can make lots of decisions, but doesn't have access to any of the systems we have, any of the things that might mess us up. No human technology, human culture, maybe even not human language. And so this is why we turn to these guys here. These are one of the guys I work with. This is Brown Cooch and Monkey.
Question to you, if you were sitting on this side of the dais, what would you do to make our system safer than it is?
It doesn't look like much. In fact, it isn't like much like most of our money. It's just a piece of metal. Those of you who take your currencies home from your trip know once you get home, it's actually pretty useless. It was useless to the monkeys at first before they realized what they could do with it.
I would like to come away from the hearing today with some ideas on what you think we need to do.
See that each of the experimenters is actually holding up a little yellow food dish. That's what the monkey can get for a single token. So everything costs 1 token, and as you can see, sometimes tokens buy more than others, sometimes more grapes than others.
We're obviously renowned, rightly so, I think, as being one of the most, one of the best CEOs in the country.
Well, what we've shown is that, first of all, we can actually give the monkeys a financial currency, and they do very similar things with it. They do some of the smart things we do, some of the kind of not so nice things we do, like steal it and so on, but they also do some of the irrational things we do. They systematically get things wrong, and in the same ways that we do. This is the first take-home message at the top, which is that if you saw the beginning of this and you thought, oh, I'm totally going to go home and hire a Cooch and Monkey financial advisor, they're way cuter than the one, don't do that. They're probably going to be just as dumb as the human one you already have.
We lose some of our shareholders' money, and for that we feel terrible. When I made that statement, I was dead wrong.
But people's intuitions about how much risk to take varies depending on where they started with. So what's going on? Well, it turns out this seems to be the result of at least 2 biases that we have at the psychological level. One is that we have a really hard time thinking in absolute terms. You really have to do work to figure out that, well, one option is 1,000, 2,000, or one is 1,500. Instead, we find it very easy to think in very relative terms, as options change from one time to another. So we think of things as, oh, I'm going to get more, or oh, I'm going to get less. This is all well and good, except that changes in different directions actually affect whether or not we think options are good or not.
What should the function of the regulators be? What other areas of oversight would be the most effective for us?
This means that the biases that lead investors to do badly, that lead to the foreclosure crisis, are going to be really hard to overcome.
We can hardly sit in judgment of
hidden ground.
you're losing $2 billion. We lose twice that every day here in Washington.
So that's the bad news. The question is there any good news?
The biggest campaign donor to many members of the banking committee is J.P. Morgan Chase.
What I intend to do here is that the hidden ground.
Juxtaposition of unconnected and unseemingly unrelated parts sets up a resonance or music in all these fragmentary parts.